Good day and welcome. You're watching St. Martin News Desk, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Phillipsburg, St. Martin. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Shot and failed robbery attempt on Welfare Road. Police in St. Martin are investigating a shooting in Cold Bay that left 3 people wounded during what authorities now say was a failed armed robbery attempt. The incident happened just after 4 o'clock Tuesday morning on Welfare Road near a well-known 24-hour restaurant. According to KPSM, the target was a patron in the area, not the business itself. During the attempted robbery, gunfire broke out, injuring 3 people. Among them was an American female tourist who was inside the restaurant and struck as a bystander. 2 of the victims were treated at the St. Martin Medical Center, while a third sought care on the friend's side. Police say none of the injuries are considered life-threatening. Officers responding to the scene spotted a vehicle believed to be connected to the shooting and launched a pursuit, but the suspect escaped through the border through Bellevue. Detectives are now gathering more evidence, including digital information, as the search continues. Police are urging anyone with information to come forward. Justice Minister pushes back on MP Lewis, claims overact in SG role. Justice Minister the Honorable Nathalie Tackling is forcefully rejecting claims by MP Lyndon Lewis that Chief of Police Carl John's temporary role as Acting Secretary General creates a conflict of interest within the Ministry of Justice. In a statement Tuesday, Tackling said Lewis's parliamentary questions have not yet officially reached her office, but argued that the public narrative now being pushed is legally and factually wrong. The minister said Carl John was not appointed to a separate post, but designated as a temporary stand-in under Article 25 of the Civil Servants Ordinance to keep the ministry functioning when the Secretary General is absent. She stressed that an acting Secretary General is not a new job and does not require a recruitment process. Tackling also rejected the conflict of interest argument, saying the Chief of Police does not report to the Secretary General, and that both functions ultimately answer to the minister on separate tracks. She added that similar stand-in arrangements were used under past justice ministers, including during Lyndon Lewis's own tenure. The NAPB Police Union has also weighed in, saying any criticism over the arrangement should be directed at the minister, not Chief John. Prime Minister demands urgent review of NV GEBE's billing system. Honorable Prime Minister Luc Mercelina is calling for urgent action over ongoing public concerns with NV GEBE's billing system, saying confidence in utility bills remains deeply unsettled. In a letter sent April 20th to the company's supervisory board, the Prime Minister said residents continue to question the accuracy, reliability, and transparency of their bills despite earlier discussions and assurances. Mercelina stressed that the issue is no longer just technical or administrative, but one that directly affects public trust in one of the country's most essential services. He is now urging the supervisory board to take immediate steps, including a full review of the billing system, correction of discrepancies, stronger transparency, and better communication with the public. The Prime Minister said the people of St. Martin deserve clear assurance that the bills they receive are fair, accurate, and based on actual consumption. He is also requesting updates on what actions will now be taken as government pushes for accountability and a restoration of public trust.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 St. Martin, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Martin, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Martin, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
Biggie, 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 biggie than Kaya, biggie than Saya, biggie than Sala, biggie na muraya. Cavaiti, pas de moyen pour pas champion, pas de moyen pour pas champion, pas de moyen pour pas champion. Marico, Joella, Carnival, hey. Eu mato meti muito mangado, só fela. Vem baba, vamos abdominal, pode levar a pipi caminho, pra não ter coragem. You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every life, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know TelEm is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. TelEm, sign me up for life. TelEm, we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come TelEm, we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come TelEm, we always on. For every moment when you want more. TelEm, we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go.
All right, don't miss NEWSDESK. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. Sync it to the world, now streaming everywhere. TelEm teams up with influencers to expand Carnival 55 online. TelEm is boosting Carnival's 2026's digital reach by partnering with local influencers to bring the festival experience to audiences both on the ground and online. As a major partner of Carnival 55, TelEm has teamed up with Rummer, Lisa Adams, and Tracy LaVille as its official Carnival content crew. From April 10th through May 6th, the trio is capturing nightly recaps, behind-the-scenes moments, and live festival village energy for their online audiences. The campaign is centered at the Jocelyn Arnell Festival Village, where The campaign is centered at the Jocelyn Arnell Festival Village, where all official Carnival events are being held. TelEm says the partnerships is designed to make viewers feel part of the celebration, even if they are not there in person. The influencer team is also helping promote TelEm's Carnival campaigns, including ticket and costume giveaways, while the company continues to roll out upgraded free Wi-Fi, a $30 unlimited data plan, top-up giveaways, raffles, and on-site activations. With strong branding, online storytelling, and added connectivity, TelEm says it's helping redefine how Carnival is experienced in 2026. Kings Games 2026 brings together 3,500 students across St. Martin. The Ministry of Education's Department of Sports is celebrating the successful staging of Kings Games 2026, which brought together about 3,500 students from 19 elementary schools across St. Martin on April 17th. Held in honor of King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands, this year's event carried the theme Everyone Fun, with schools organizing activities focused on inclusion, movement, and healthy living. Minister of Sports, the Honorable Melissa Gums, said the strong turnout reflected the country's commitment to putting children at the center of health, education, and community life. She added that events like Kings Games not only promote physical activity, but also strengthen unity among schools and the wider community. Mekis also thanks school managers, teachers, physical education instructors, and students for their participation, along with Cake House Bakery for providing healthy breakfast packages. Following this year's success, organizers say they are already looking ahead to continuing the tradition in 2027. St. Martin Airport announces ToppiX 2026 winners after a 10-year return. Princess Juliana International Airport has announced the winners of its ToppiX 2026 Aviation Photography Competition, marking the return of the contest after a 10-year break. This year's theme focused on the first Southwest Airlines landing in St. Martin, inviting photographers to capture a major moment for the island's aviation sector. Taking first place was Paul Ellinger, whose winning image of the Southwest landing impressed judges for its composition, color, and strong visual impact. They also highlighted a striking detail in the photo, the aircraft's shadow, which closely connects to the airport's own SXM branding. Second place went to Yakim Richardson, also known as HD Fly, while third place was awarded to Sebastian Haastake. As the grand prize winner, Ellinger's photo will now be featured as the new backdrop inside the terminal building and will also appear as the header image on the official SXM Airport website. Airport officials say the return of ToppiX reflects the strong connection between aviation, destination, and community, while reinforcing SXM's reputation as one of the world's most iconic plane spotting locations.
When we come back, we go to our in-depth feature of the day, exploring one of the island's most thought-provoking topics. That's just ahead. Stay tuned.
You know, we all talk about having rights. And yeah, we do.
We have the right to be safe,
the right to learn and get an education,
the right to speak up and be heard,
the right to dream big and build our future.
But listen, rights don't stand alone.
We also have responsibilities.
Real talk, if we want respect, we gotta give respect too.
St. Martin is our home.
So let's protect it. Keep our beaches clean, our streets clean, and show love to nature.
Healthy island, healthy future.
Our parents and guardians do a lot for us.
Let's show respect, talk to them, and listen, even when it's hard.
School prepares us for life.
So we show up, we stay focused, and we put in effort.
We want opportunities, so we work for them.
We are part of this community, every village, every culture, every neighborhood.
Let's be kind, positive, and supportive.
A stronger community starts with us.
And most importantly, we are responsible for ourselves.
We make healthy choices for our mind and body.
We believe in our goals and our voice and our future.
Our rights give us power, our responsibilities make us leaders. Together we rise.
The Convention of the Rights of the Child isn't just a policy, it's protection and responsibility. When our children learn their rights, they are better prepared to take on their responsibility. This public service announcement is brought to you by the Department of Youth.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. #1 provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know TelEm is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. TelEm, sign me up for life. biggie, 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 biggie.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
Across the Caribbean, crime concerns intensify, in parts, as travel warnings tighten. Crime and security concerns are back in sharp focus across parts of the Caribbean, with Trinidad and Tobago and Haiti drawing the greatest attention this April. In Trinidad and Tobago, a nationwide state of emergency remains in effect after a spike in gang-related violence, while the U.S. has reissued a Level 3 travel advisory, warning travelers to reconsider visits because of crime and a heightened risk of terrorism. In Haiti, the situation remains even more severe. The country is still under a Level 4 do not travel advisory, with warnings tied to gang violence, kidnappings, unrest, and terrorism. The instability has also continued to affect tourism, with Royal Caribbean confirming that all visits to Labadee have been suspended for the rest of 2026. Even outside those major hotspots, regional safety remains a live issue. Localized violent incidents continue to make headlines in other Caribbean territories, reminding travelers and residents alike that while many islands remain active and open for business, crime remains a serious concern in parts of the region. Taken together, the latest developments show a Caribbean safety picture that is uneven. Some destinations remain relatively stable, while others are facing mounting pressure from violence, public security concerns, and the wider impact those issues can have on tourism and regional confidence.
Welcome back. Each day, we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on St. Martin. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
A few seconds of video, a fight, a crowd reacting, and suddenly an entire space is judged. But is Carnival Village really becoming unsafe, or is St. Martin watching a distorted version of its own celebration? The St. Martin Carnival Development Foundation, SCDF, is pushing back strongly against growing public perception that Carnival Village is turning violent. Following a wave of social media videos showing isolated altercations, the foundation is making one thing clear: those moments do not define the village. According to organizers, Carnival Village remains the cultural heartbeat of the island's biggest festival, a space filled nightly with music, food, families, and celebration. And for the overwhelming majority of patrons, that is still the reality. But here's where the conversation gets deeper. Because while SCDF is right to defend the image of Carnival Village, they are also acknowledging something important. There are triggers behind the incidents, and those triggers are not unique to St. Martin. Across the Caribbean and globally, major festivals often face the same challenge: how to manage large crowds, high energy and heavy alcohol consumption in confined spaces. Research consistently shows that environments with high intoxication levels increase the likelihood of conflict, impulsive behavior, and poor decision-making. And St. Martin is not immune. In recent weeks, the island has already seen a noticeable rise in public altercations, many linked directly to intoxication. While a viral clip may not tell the whole story, it is not completely disconnected from reality either. What it represents is a flashpoint, a moment where environment, behavior, and circumstance collide. SCDF says it is actively examining these conditions, not just responding to incidents, but looking at what causes them. That's a critical shift, because maintaining safety at an event like Carnival is no longer just about security presence. It's about managing the experience itself, and the stakes are high. Carnival Village is more than just a venue. It is the economic engine, the cultural stage, and the emotional center of Carnival 55. Thousands pass through it, visitors judge the island by it, and locals define their Carnival experience through it, so perception matters. If the narrative shifts too far toward danger, it doesn't just affect attendance, it affects tourism, reputation, and national pride. At the same time, ignoring the underlying issues carries its own risk, because if behavior trends continue unchecked, isolated incidents can become patterns, and patterns change reality. That's the balance SCDF is now trying to manage. Protect the image while addressing the truth. So maybe the real question isn't whether Carnival Village is safe, but whether St. Martin is ready to confront the full picture, because Carnival has always been about freedom, expression, and release, but in today's environment, it also demands awareness, control, and responsibility. And if that balance holds, Carnival Village remains exactly what it's meant to be, the heart of the festival. And if it doesn't, then the story won't be told by the music, it will be told by the moments in between.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, St. Martin.